the Interesting Conversations with Interesting People podcast series with author Nigel Beckles.
Welcome to the podcast.
Please like the podcast and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
Have you experienced several failed relationships or been through a divorce? How can you avoid making the same mistakes again? How to avoid making the big relationship mistakes is out now.
Hi, my name is Nigel Beckles. My book is packed with practical and common sense strategies that you can use to make better relationship choices.
Now you can discover the dangerous myths about love. If your relationship expectations are realistic, why you could be falling in love for all the wrong reasons.
How to avoid making the big relationship mistakes. It's a book that could change your life.
Available from amazon.co.uk. Kindle version also available.
The very best way to promote your podcasts. Podpage makes it easy to create a podcast website with just a few clicks. Every page is optimized to be found on Google and it stays up to date forever. For more information, visit podpage.com. The future of podcast promotion.
Author Queen P. When the Mood is Right, A Poetry Journey, Mood Swings, and When the Mood is Right, A Rebirth. Books available on Amazon and all good bookstores.
Hi, I'm Queen P. Please join me by tuning into my poetry podcast, The Royal Affair, on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, and all other similar platforms. You can also listen to the podcast on the Helium Radio Network. You have entered into The Royal Affair.
Get ready for takeoff.
Welcome back to my Interesting Conversations with Interesting People podcast series. My guest for this episode is an advocate for raising awareness regarding dyslexia and dyspraxia. She is also an author. KEISHA Adair SWABY, MSc. Hi Keisha, welcome back to my podcast series. How are you?
Thank you, Nigel. I'm great, thank you.
Well, we haven't spoken for a while. In fact, the last time we spoke back in 2020, I believe, you were studying a health psychology qualification. So what was that like? And did you pass?
I was doing a master's at the time. I was doing a master's in health psychology at Manchester Metropolitan University. It was a massive challenge in lockdown. I'm not going to lie about that. Yeah, having children at home as well. As you know, I've got 4 children. 3 of them were at home being homeschooled, or I tried to homeschool them. And then I was writing the book at the same time also. So there's a lot going on at that time, yeah. But I did pass or achieve the merit, and I also got outstanding recognition for community spirit from the university.
Well done you. Congratulations are in order.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you mentioned working on your book, and you are now a published author. Your book was recently published, so what's it called and what's it about?
My book is called Empowering Dyslexics and Blessed and Gifted, and I've written that book to kind of share my story and create more awareness especially in the Black community about dyslexia and dyspraxia.
And how long did it take you to write the book?
It took me a while, because I started writing it once I got diagnosed with dyslexia, which was the last few weeks of my actual degree. And then I started writing then and went straight into doing my master's. So I'd say about 2 years and a little bit, about that, 2 years.
And what kind of challenges did you face writing the book and actually getting it published?
Writing the book, there were days when I didn't feel like writing. There's days where I had the writer's block in a way. There's days where I wanted to say something, but the words just wouldn't come in the way that I want it to sound. So those are the challenges I was having, and also being locked down as well. It wasn't a great time. There was a pandemic going on. A lot happening in every family. Wherever you go, there was something. So, yeah, what journey.
Well, a little bird tells me that you have become involved with the world of TV. So what exactly are you doing?
Okay, so I am a supporting artist on television and also series as well that are on Sky and American channel as well. I did something for an American channel. So I do I'm a supporting artist. I've always enjoyed the creative side of television. Always wanted to get into that space as well. And I was with an agent for a long time, and there was just nothing happening because I wasn't doing too much. I wasn't concentrating on it. I was studying at the time, and then I went straight on to do my master. So it wasn't on my radar whatsoever, yeah.
So how did you become involved with that then?
Okay, so when I did it, I just saw something advertised and I went for it, contacted them, and I was on their books for a while. And then I had a friend who's been in television for a long, long time. And we met on set one day. We were filming something for BBC One. And we were on set, and she kept saying to me how we were getting, she's asking me how I'm getting on with my agent that I was with. And she's saying, you need to really come over to my agent and start with them. And so when I did it last year, I really got serious about it. And I thought, she's been telling me for a long time now, let me actually do something and see what can happen. And the only regret I have really is not doing it a lot quicker, not moving over a lot quicker, because I'm really enjoying what I'm doing now.
So what does a supporting artist do? Is that like being an extra?
Yeah, it is. But I don't like the word extra, because it's not an extra, it's a supporting artist. And they always say that, because it depends what you're working on. There'll be times you might see me on certain television show, I might be sat there having a drink, having a chat to someone. Or then you might see me actually saying something to somebody, or you might see me doing something. I had a role the other day where I just had to drive my car. I just had to drive my car in the scene. So there you go.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I interviewed a guest a couple of years ago, an American chap, and he was also a supporting artist. That's not the term he used, but he did take exception to the phrase extra. He certainly took exception to that phrase. So yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Definitely. Yeah, I enjoy it. I really do. I do enjoy it.
You're also involved with an event that's coming up in October of this year.
That is so exciting, and I'm just putting out this message for everyone who want to, who has seen the flyer out there, who's seen the information that I'm putting out there. This has been an event that's a long time in the making, because not a lot is happening in the neurodiverse space of dyslexia, dyspraxia in the local community, especially in the Black community. And this is an event been held with Manchester Metropolitan University. They've sort of partnered with me to help me and support me. They've been absolutely amazing in supporting me to put it on. So it's going to be the 7th of October. It's going to be starting around 10:30. Then it's going to finish at lunch, and then that's the first session of the awareness event. And then in the afternoon, we're going to go 1:30 straight over to my book launch, which we're going to be having the amazing Simone Riley from BBC Radio Manchester, a friend of mine, who's going to be doing the hosting in the afternoon. Also, we're going to have Marcia M. Spence there, which is my publisher, and other people as well, sharing their story about being dyslexic. And the awareness event in the morning is basically going to be giving information to parents, people, how to get support in the academia, how to get support as a parent, how to get support in the workplace. So I've got 3 main strands that I'll be focusing on, which is the workplace, academia, and our children in schools.
So what date is the event again?
7th of October. It's going to be an all-day event. People have got the option to come to the awareness event if they just want to in the morning, or they can come to the whole day, or they can come to the afternoon, which is the book launch. And that's really fun. We're going to have a singer, we're going to have food, we're going to have raffle as well. So yeah, it's going to be a day full of fun, really.
Well, you're certainly a busy woman, Keisha. So what other interests do you have, or do you have time for?
Other interests, I love music, as you know, I love music. So that hence I used to do the radio, listening to music. I listen to music when I'm studying, I listen to it out and about. So music really. And I'd like to go deeper into the world of television, possibly start writing. I'd love to write. My dream has always been to write a script and write a movie. And yeah, and I'm in that space right now. So it's not too much out of reach. I'm not guessing there.
So Keisha, how can people contact you?
They can contact me. I'm very active on LinkedIn, as you know, Nigel. So you can contact me on LinkedIn as Keisha Adair Swabey. You can also find me on Facebook, the same name, Keisha Adair Swabey. I've also got a website. Do contact me if you want a link to my website, because I'm promoting my book through my website and not through the other massive named company out there. So yeah, do connect with me, whichever. If you've got a question about dyslexia, dyspraxia, got a question about my book, about the event, anything at all, I'm here to just let you, just answer your questions, anything.
Oh, by the way, do you still live in Manchester?
Manchester is the most amazing city. It's the best. Everyone's coming from the south and they're coming to Manchester. Even from the Midlands, they're coming to Manchester because we have just an amazing city. It's just fab.
Keisha in Manchester, UK, thank you very much for your time.
Take care, Nigel. Bye.
Please join me. Interesting conversations with interesting people, featuring interviews with award-winning authors, relationship and life coaches, therapists, and a wide variety of people with intriguing stories to share. Interesting conversations with interesting people.
Please follow author Nigel Beckles' podcasts on Amazon Audible, Spotify, and all major podcasting platforms. Thanks.